let's bring some bling to our decks. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, I'm Mand. So today, I had originally planned to do a different video, but it didn't work out. And then I seen the beautiful Elizabeth over at The More Intuitive Me, I'll make sure to tag her channel below, has brought out her own tag. And I feel like that is amazing. I love it. And I was watching it this morning. Literally, the day you see this is the day I'm recording. And I genuinely had such a blast watching this. This was so much fun. Now, this is about kind of, you don't have to have jewellery, but the way Elizabeth did it was that she had, she showcased some of her jewellery pieces, which were, oh my god, amazing. I'm not a huge jewellery person, but I do have a couple of pieces within my own, do you call it a jewellery collection? I'm not really sure, for the reason being is, again, as you can see, the most that I wear is my engagement ring. And that is it. And a necklace. And sometimes earrings. I will go a bit more out when we have a special occasion. But other than that, I get a little too overstimulated with wearing bracelets and too many rings and things like that. I envy those of you that have like loads of lovely rings and things. I, first of all, have a little bit chunkier fingers. While they are slender, they are a little bit on the chunkier side. So getting rings and things like that is always a little bit frustrating. I have sensitive ears, which then means I have also sensitive skin. So I have to be very particular in the pieces that I wear. Excuse me. But again, like Elizabeth said, you don't have to have the jewellery to do this tag. And of course, I wanted to hop on this straight away. You know I love a good tarot tag. And it gives me a bit more time to work on the other video that I want to bring out for you. So there are 10 prompts plus a bonus one. And again, please do go check out Elizabeth's video. It's, so good. And she's so many amazing jewellery pieces. I am so jealous, Elizabeth. You have gorgeous jewellery. So, without further ado, and without chatting too much, but if you're new here, first of all, before we get into the tag, hi, as I said, I'm Mand. I cover all things tarot, oracle card related, finding magic in the mundane, glimmers in everyday moments, and just magical chaos. So, if that is your jam, then hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you part of the family. We're pretty awesome here, if I do say so. And hit the like, because it does help, and the hype, if you can, because again, it all that helps, so it's always appreciated. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's get into the tag. Prompt number 1 is pearls. So choose a deck that helps you soften by connecting with the element of water and tapping into your intuition, which I love. As a Pisces, I love that. So the pearl piece I actually have is a ring from my great grandmother. Well, she is. I consider her still my great-grandmother, but she would have been my grandfather, my opa's foster mom is the way we kind of always describe her. And I believe she found this pearl and then had it set in a ring. Now, this is a lady that loved her jewellery. Oh my gosh, she has some fabulous pieces. She loved the bling. And so this ring is actually a little bit on the bigger side for me. It does fit, but it does tend to swing. Now, again, like Elizabeth actually mentioned in, was it prompt number 5 about the anklet, about holding water, I too suffer from fluid retention as well. So sometimes my hands can be quite swollen with the fluid and things. So today this ring kind of fits. It is a bit on the bigger side. Maybe if I put it on my middle finger, it might. But the only thing with this ring is the pieces here tend to get caught in my jumpers, so I don't actually wear the whole pile, but it is beautiful. So that is my pearl. I don't have a set of pearls. I probably wouldn't wear them even if I did have them. But the deck that I picked is the Healing Waters by Rebecca Campbell, and this really taps into, again, that whole water element and intuition as well. Now, it's not a deck that I reach for a whole pile at this time of year, especially in the colder months. And I've showcased this already, but there's something very intuitive about this artwork. It has that very Danielle Noel feel to it as well. And so this really like, look at that. But that really helps me as a Pisces really tap in to that more intuitive side. I have lots of decks that are intuitive, but this is the one that I picked. Prompt number 2 is choker. So choose a deck that helps you claim your voice and honor your truth. Now, I don't have any chokers because, again, I don't particularly like anything that's like too tight or clingy, or I would say I think those that understand. I hate saying that. If you know, you know. But like the way I would describe it is, I sometimes hate the feel of wearing jewellery. Now, I wear a necklace all the time. That doesn't bother me. And I wear my engagement ring all the time. Or all the time. Majority of the time I don't wear it when I sleep. But what I'm saying is sometimes certain pieces of jewellery can feel too claustrophobic. Does that even make sense? Probably not. But I don't particularly like chokers, but again, I do like necklaces, and so this is, I suppose this could kind of go with the statement piece as well, but I chose my quartz, moon quartz pendant that I put on a necklace, and it has kind of like a tree element. Now, this is heavy, so I don't wear it all the time, because again, I actually can't wear crystals for too long because I do get headaches sometimes from certain pieces, so I have to take them off, which is very frustrating because I do like to wear them. They're very pretty. But this definitely as a clear quartz, because we know, and if you don't know, I will let you know, that clear quartz is the master crystal, right? It steps in and it can be a substitute for anything. So if I'm kind of going to a place where there's like lots of people and I'm a bit overwhelmed by that, then I will wear this because it helps me, again, honor my truth and really be able to speak up. And so the deck that I chose for that, of course, it's the Enchanted for Hoxa. I do apologize. I swear this flu was hanging on. It's really having a great time. And the Enchanted for Hoxa is definitely one that reminds you who you are, and it helps you step into that truth and to claim it. And kind of reminding you what a bad bitch you are, you know? And it does help you stand in your power and really believe in when you're claiming your voice and honoring your truth. It's really about you standing in your power, and this will always be a standing in your power deck for me. Sometimes a bit too hard of truths, but that's the Enchanted for Hoxa for you. I mean, if you want soft and gentle, pick something else, but you won't. Can you hear that? I swear, my cats, the minute they know I'm recording, chaos. Prompt number 3 is tiara or headpiece. Now, Elizabeth had a gorgeous tiara. I, unfortunately, do not have a tiara yet, but now I'm kind of wanting to get one. You've definitely sold me on the idea. And it's choose a deck that helps you step into your queen energy and lead with power and grace. And so, while I don't have a tiara, I do have really flashy earrings. Well, for me, this is flashy because, again, I'm not that into jewelry. I say that and I have quite a few pieces here, but I got these in Malta, and these are rainbow moonstone. Look at that flash. And these have just the most wonderful energy. They really are. And it's definitely, I always believe moonstone is a very queen energy, right? And I can wear these actually agree with me. And the deck that I picked is the Lightseers Tarot. And so I was kind of going back and forth on this deck, or the deck that kind of spoke to me. And to be honest, this is always one that does help me in the sense to lead with power and grace. Maybe not so much the queen energy, so maybe if you combine the two, you'll get that combination. But it definitely reminds me to lead with power and grace. I feel like this is a great all-purpose deck anyway. It's a bit like clear quartz, isn't it? It can be a substitute for a lot of things, to be fair. I love the light series, and I'll never stop loving this. That's for sure. It definitely plays a huge part within my tarot collection, but it definitely helps lead. It reminds me to even be gracious with myself, not just with others, but with myself. I think we all know what this looks like. Prompt number 4 is a cuff bracelet. So choose a deck that helps you feel protected and helps you stand in your powers. So I feel like a lot of these, in fairness, are really tying in beautifully together. It's really empowering. Now, I don't have a cuff bracelet, but I do have this bracelet. So I suppose you could say it is kind of like a cuff bracelet, but it's really tiny and dainty. And this is pretty much the same age as myself, maybe a year younger. So this bracelet is, I'm trying to think, what age am I now? This bracelet is 31 years. Now, when I got it for my first birthday, so it was much smaller, right? And then I was fortunate enough to have a family friend actually get it adjusted so that it fits me now, and it still fits me to this day. But when we were in Malta, unfortunately, because this is real gold, so this was gifted to me by my great grandmother. I never said that. So this would be my Oma's mom, and it is inscribed as well on the inside there. I believe my name is there and my birthday and the year that I got it. But unfortunately, in Malta, I think between the heat and everything, it actually broke. Now, it's not badly fixed, but I definitely feel it could have been fixed a little bit better. But listen, it's fixed and that is good. But yeah, your man, funny story with this is your man, that kind of, the guy that we took it to get it fixed was like, is it real gold? And it's like, yes, I've always been told it's real gold, and it is. So it was very annoying to be questioned about that, and I understand where he's coming from, because he didn't want to make it worse. And my thing is, like, it's already broken. So, but he fixed it, and I am so grateful for that, because it is one of my most prized possessions, and it's a little snake. And I love this, and I love wearing this. I normally wear this to whether it be weddings or, again, when we are going places, because when you have a tan, honestly, there's something about gold that just looks so precious. The only thing is, this thing tends to turn this way. But yeah, it is one of my most prized possessions, so I tend to kind of wear it a little bit higher, just because it doesn't sit well on the bones. I've talked enough about this. I'm obsessed with this bracelet. It's one of my favorite pieces. And so the deck that I chose is the Wildwood Tarot. Where can I put this so you guys can see it? There we go. Let's not set it on fire today, will we? Yeah, that'd be nice. I guess we're not cooperating today. Okay. I'll leave it there. You guys can see it. And then at least, if you're wondering about the deck, this is great. I went off on a tangent, but it definitely is a very protective deck. And again, another one that helps me stand in my power. I won't spend too long flipping through it, because you guys know what this looks like. But there's something very grounding and earth element about this, which helps me as a Pisces to stand, be grounded and rooted. So yeah, again, I won't, you all know what this looks like at this stage. But I could go on and appreciate this forever. Okay, what prompt are we on? 5. And that is an anklet. So choose a deck that makes you feel free, one that invites you to move your body and celebrate your sensuality. And so I actually do. I have quite a few anklets. Now, maybe I suppose some of you would say anklets were more like bracelets for your ankles, obviously. But again, I have I don't want to say I don't have chunky ankles, but they definitely hold fluid. And so I have these ones that are adjustable, and they're great. They're absolutely fantastic. So if the heat, because the heat is sometimes my worst enemy, these are great because you can extend them. So I wanted to show the ones that the three that I kind of wear the most. So I have this one. It's probably a bit discolored because this has been worn in the ocean. The whole lot's probably missing beads, is it? I don't know. I got this in Santa Ponza, and I think I got these ones in the Canaries. And so these ones, these have they're like little crystals. I don't think they are crystals, but, and again, they extend, which is great. And then I also have, of course, the Evil Eye. This one doesn't extend as far as the others, but enough. And again, they're fantastic for those of us that have fluid retention and whatnot. I would say it's a great time, but it's really not. So the deck that I chose is the Rose Oracle. And this is a very sensual deck because this is a very, very feminine and soft, gentle. What's the other one? Definitely a very sensual deck. And it does help you in the sense of moving your body in that divine feminine way, right? To be gracious with yourself and to embrace that soft and gentle side of you. Sometimes I feel some of us, I know myself, we can lean too much into the masculine energy. So there's that great reminder of embracing our womanness and femininity. Prompt number 6 is charm bracelet. I love that. And it's choose a deck that helps you tell your story, one that feels personal, expressive, and rich with symbols that reflect your journey. And I do have a charm bracelet. It's a Pandora one. And this has many different charms that all are honestly very personal, and they're not bought just for the sake of it, because each charm was actually gifted. I didn't buy any of these myself. The bracelet itself was gifted. I don't wear this because it makes way too much noise, and this is quite heavy. So it's a Pandora bracelet, and when I first got it, I got the bracelet and I got this charm. So this is my birthstone. It's amethyst, and this, my Oma gave me money to get it because I wanted a Pandora bracelet really badly. So she gave me money and she was like, get the bracelet and get a charm. And so I got these. And then I couldn't tell you the order now in what I got which, but I think this one was next. And this is one from Jamie. And it has like heels, makeup, and a black dress. And like you said, I know you love shoes, and I know you love makeup, and I know you love wearing black clothes, and it was just perfect. And it's like little diamonds. This then is a little angel that my mom gave me, and then my mom also gave me this one. It's you and me, and then I think it says daughter on it. It's very cute. One second. Not that it'll focus. And then I have like the little stopper, and then Jamie got me, you'll see a lot of it comes from family, and he got me Eeyore because he's a donkey. How cute. And then I also have this is from Jamie's aunt, and she got me this. It's a dream catcher. Beautiful. Jamie got me this. It's a Gryffindor charm, and it's courage, determination, bravery. And then my mom and dad got me this one. So that's another little stopper. I need to clean this. And then of course I have a Highland cow, which Jamie got me. I'm obsessed with it. And then my brother got me this. It's a little dragon. I believe it's from the Harry Potter collection, and it goes, you are magic. But I'm obsessed because it kind of fits that fourth wing. I love it. And then I also have this owl that Jamie's aunt got me. Isn't it cute? It's like a big owl and a little owl. So, right, I chatted enough about that. And the deck that I picked for that, of course, would have to be my Green Witch Tarot. And for those of you that want to see what that looks like. Okay. And this is 200% a deck that like helps tell my stories. Like I said, this is the deck that I would happily live in. And it does. This one is a very personal deck for me. And I mean, do I need to point out the symbolism? I mean, the robin. This deck. Will I ever stop swooning over it? Maybe not. Probably not. Definitely not. Prompt number 7 is a cha-cha bracelet. Now, Elizabeth's cha-cha bracelet was stunning. I don't have such a piece, but this is about choosing a deck that lifts your mood, one that brings brightness, playfulness, and a sense of celebration when you need it. And so I picked actually this chakra bracelet because I feel like this kind of embraces all of it. You know, it's fun. This is, I want to say sodalite. I want to say it's sodalite bracelet with carnelian, citrine, tiger's eye, red jasper, sodalite, blue. Maybe that's sodalite. I can't think of this now. One of you are going to say it in the comments and be like, yeah, that's it. And of course, a little owl is on it as well. Genuinely not coming to me. Hold on. It is. It's not. It's really not. I can't think of it now. It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, that happens. When you have lots of crystals, that happens. So the deck that I picked is the Everyday Witch Tarot. And I'll try and stand it here. Can you guys see it? I hope so. This is such a great playful deck. Such an amazing deck. It really is so good. It's so expressive in itself, but it helps me to express myself as well. And also, again, like it said, it's a sense of celebration when you need it. And this deck reminds me to celebrate big and small wins all round. I mean, look at that. It's just so incredibly colourful. I adore it. Okay, prompt number 8 is prayer beads. So choose a deck that invites devotion and helps you connect to your higher power, whatever that means for you. And I actually do have prayer beads or rosary beads. I have 2. And these are actually from my first Holy Communion. So if you don't know, I was raised Catholic, baptized, communion, confirmation, all that. And obviously I grew up in a very Catholic Ireland now, and I was gifted these for, now I'm being very careful because these are very old as well and they are broken. But these are from my first Holy Communion, so these sit up on my altar because I'm not religious by any aspect, okay, right? I'm not a practicing Catholic anymore, but it is still a part of me that I like to honour all the same. Because it is what helped me start off with having a faith, right? And my faith has evolved since, and it's very different now, and I wouldn't call myself a Catholic. And when we were in Malta, and Malta's very, very religious, and it's beautiful. I don't know how to describe it because I know a lot of people that watch me probably aren't religious, and that's okay. And if you are, absolutely, that's amazing too. But they have some amazing churches and they're very into their faith, and I love that. I don't want to say it's a very religious country, but obviously I'm not educated on that. But I seen this and I just fell in love. I knew I wanted a new set of rosary beads, and so I got, actually, sorry, let me rephrase that. Jamie got this for me. It's a Stations of the Cross rosary beads, and you can't help but admire the beauty if you can separate the religion aspect from it. And so it has all the Stations of the Cross, and it's the most gorgeous blue, so that goes all the way, and they're numbered on the back and everything, and it's just exquisite. I couldn't again, you don't have to be, I feel, religious to appreciate the absolute detail and the beauty of these. So these go up on my altar. Also, it's kind of as well, I don't want to say an offering, but it's definitely there to represent. That's the word I'm looking for. Represent not just my own start off in faith, but also for my nanny on my dad's side. She was a very big religious woman. She absolutely really leaned into her faith and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm going off in a tangent, but I know she loved her rosary beads too. And the deck that I picked was the Celtic Moon, the Sacred Ireland, because for me, I don't know why, this just speaks to the very Irish side of me. It definitely, there's something very powerful about this deck. I suppose there's that sense of proudness as well, because it's a deck that's come from my own home country and embraces all the things that is familiar to me. And so there's great power and a sense of pride to be found in this. And a familiar sense to it as well. So, yes. I've shown this a good few times. I haven't shown it in a while though. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to speed this up a small bit now. So, number 9 is a statement piece or ring or piece. Choose a deck that makes you feel your boldest, one that commands attention and helps you show up with confidence. Now, obviously, my engagement ring, apologies, will be one of my most statement pieces because she's beautiful and we should all appreciate it. No, but I appreciate it. It's gorgeous. But I also picked another one, a necklace, that I feel like is a very statement piece. I don't wear it often. Again, these need to be polished because I don't wear them often. And I've worn this one to weddings. There's something very bold about this. So the deck that I did pick for this was the Labanco Tarot. And this is amazing. This is such a bold deck, right? It's definitely one that commands attention for sure, but there's something very confident about it. Definitely. Again, it's a very bold deck and I love it for it. And I worked with it in, was it September, October? I think October. No, September. Oh, YouTube, don't get mad now, please. But it's very expressive and I love that. And there's just that sense of beauty and the oddity and I love that. And it's about bracing that aspect of yourself. It's so good. It's actually such a good deck. And prompt number 10 is antique jewellery piece. So choose a deck that helps you reflect, one that carries depth, history and wisdom. And the piece that I have is another pendant, and it was gifted to me by my great grandmother. She was a huge fan of the Dutch royal family. So this is Wilhelmina, and it's a 25 cent, and it was obviously made in 1943. So this is quite an old coin. And it's one that I love very, very much. I'm very proud of this, and she gave it to me, I can't remember which birthday. I was quite young, so the fact that I still have it is is really, really good, because I know sometimes as kids we can lose this, but I wore this for the longest of time. And also another one that I wanted to include because of, not just my Dutch side, but also my Irishness, is my Claddagh necklace. I don't have a Claddagh ring, so obviously I can't turn it as a necklace, but I've had this for many years as well. Oh, sorry. Let me leave these here. And so the deck that I chose was Bridget. Of course I did. Of course I was going to choose that. Just for the reason being is mostly on the side of, the depth, history and wisdom. because I feel this deck really embodies that beautiful aspect of Bridget as a goddess and Bridget as a saint, and appreciating both of them. And that helps me to remind me that I can appreciate all aspects of myself. And again, I'm not religious, but there's definitely been times where with Saint Mother Mary has kind of creeped in, or teachings of Jesus, but again, from a more aspect of the spiritual side of it. This is another stunning deck. This is from the same creator of the Celtic Moon Oracle as well. And the bonus question is a locket. So choose a deck that feels close to your heart, one that helps you explore your inner world with tenderness and truth. And I don't have a locket, but I have this necklace. So obviously a lot of you would probably have seen that. This is my everyday necklace that I wear, and it is my sign Pisces. And again, this belonged to my great-grandmother. You can see my great-grandmother is very much woven and very rooted in a lot of the practice that I do. And she had a lot of beautiful pieces, and I actually inherited this after she passed away. But because she was also a Pisces as well. And so I wear this all the time. This very rarely, obviously I'm not wearing it now because I'm showing you guys, so that's very personal to me, and it's something that's pretty much infused with my own energy because I've worn it for many years now at this stage. I don't think you'll ever see me without it, unless again I'm wearing a different necklace for an event. Other than that, that's my everyday. I feel very weird not wearing it now. And so the deck that I chose was the Hedge Witch Tarot, and I bet you some of you are like, I was waiting for this. And this definitely helps me explore my inner world. I do feel like this reflects internally how I visualize my life, or how I'd like to visualize my life to be. There's something very fantasy based, and I love that. But also a lot of relatability within it as well. And there's that slight escapism in it as well, which I don't think there's anything wrong. This is so juicy goodness. Anyway, that is the end of the video and the tag, and thank you so much for watching. If you've hung out this far, I so appreciate it. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And remember, stay magical, and I'll see you all next video. Bye guys.